Well, I think in the business work and in the community work she's done, I think one of the things that sets her apart is her organization. She's highly organized. She's also trusted by people in the community, and she knows a lot of people in the community, and those things help her to get things done. She engaged a group of retired Hershey engineers to oversee the project for her, and I was working on that as one of the engineers, and if something would come up and we'd need a crane, say tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we'd call Fran and she'd get on the phone and use her contacts and her organization skills, and sure enough, a crane would show up tomorrow at 1 o'clock, no charge to the project. I'm always amazed at how people seek her out to share their stories, to maybe have a shoulder to cry on, to try to get her to help them with a project, to on some of the boards she served on, to try to have her be the mouthpiece for the customers that she was representing.
Oh, I would say my biggest project was running a household and raising 2 children. And from there, it ventured out into school things with our kids, our church, helping people learn to cook in our church, soup sales, working on many parks in our town, building parks that weren't there at one time, and eventually doing the town square, and working at the Caring Cupboard, and helping with the food bank, and serving on 2 boards for housing in Palmyra. Well, it's nice that where you live, you give back, and you can make it beautiful, you can make it happy, you can make it pleasant, and I just feel when you give, you get in return a lot more than you give. People just need to be involved with where they live, be involved with their family, be involved in their church, and just make it a better place for everyone.
Well, as I said, Fran tends to be modest, and sometimes it's the little projects that mean more to the community than the big projects. You know, like I remember when she used to work with one of the city councilmen to do Arbor Day and plant trees around town. I think the United States is well known as the most charitable nation in the world, and in addition to that charity, much of what gets accomplished in this country is due to volunteers trying to build community. And I would just encourage the young people who might look at this to keep that habit going.
One thing that I'm proud of is I have 2 children that do the same thing I do. They give back to the communities they live in, and now I see it with our grandchildren. So they've all learned this and passing it on through the generation, which is a nice thing to see.